Hey y'all, Instinct Survivalist coming to you again with another 2-Tip Tuesday. This time we'll talk about Area 1 and Area 2, or Zone 1, Zone 2. Question came up in one of the groups that I'm a member of, the Warrior Tribe. Actually came up of they were going out to dinner with their family. Something was going to happen, an event was taking place. What would you do if your bag was in the truck? And so we talk about EDC quite often. We talk about what do we carry with us, what are the things that we have to have on us, etc., etc. So I took that information and figured this week would be a great week to actually have this discussion simply because I'm in a hotel room. It's great. I'm on a boat. I'm in a hotel room. So the whole thought pattern around, oh, will I have my knife? Oh, will I have my handgun? Oh, will I have my sidearm? Oh, will I have... It's taken away because I actually traveled. So what I want to do is I want to look at Zone 1, Zone 2, Area 1, Area 2, however you want to look at it. I don't know if he has patented the name, but there's a survival expert out there who has always called it Zone 1, Zone 2. I've heard some folks call it Area 1, Area 2. What that is, Zone 1 and Area 1 is that thing you have on you. So first things first, I make an assessment based off of what's on my person. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go through and look at what Zone 1 looks like overall. Then what we're going to move to is Area 2, Zone 2. And what Area 2 is it is within the 5 minutes. Okay, so I give that time, it's roughly 10 yards, if you will, but it's within 5 minutes. And what that is being able to assess what else is in your purview based off of where you are. Zone 3, Area 3, when we get to that, is actually a good ways away, okay, within 30 minutes of your parameter. So me being in a hotel, I start looking at pool, being able to use the pool chemicals, the kitchen downstairs, the pantry that they have down there with the food items and water items and things of that nature. So that would be considered a Zone 3 or an Area 3. We're not going to go over those today simply because, well, I'm not going to go over those today, and it's 2 tips, guys, 2 tips. Area 1, Area 2, that's 2 tips. So what exactly do I have in Zone 1? Number 1, the clothes I have, and I just pulled off my top shirt because, well, to be honest with you, this one had the logo on it, and it's cool. So I have a top shirt, I have a t-shirt, I have my jeans, I have my belt. If I'm at home, if I am in my local area, I also have my sidearm, I also have a pocket knife. It's just the way it goes. I also have my phone, the one thing that I am actually utilizing to film today. But what else do I have? I have my billfold. That's great. I have a totem in my pocket. It's a bear totem, go figure. I have in this pocket, I have my medicines, and I have a lighter and a pen. Well, if you remember number 1 in 2-Tip Tuesday, we have a pen and a notebook, so my field notes, and a cotton bandana. In that reason, the reason that's cotton is so I can use it for fire, use it for fire starting, etc., etc. Additionally, I have my jeans. I can use it for sharpening a knife if I need to. My boots, these are leather boots. If I'm traveling, it may be one of those things where we look at the different shoes that I may have brought. I may have brought dress shoes. Are they more comfortable if I'm hiking longer distances, or are the boots going to wear better for hiking long distances? If that's what I have to do, my assessment, if you will. So that's Zone 1, right? That's everything I have with me, including my phone. Oh, but wait, I have my paracord bracelet and I have my watch. Now my watch is going to give me the ability to have my compass. So if it's sun shining outside, I can point to the sun and be able to determine what north and south is, okay? If I can't figure out general direction, that may be the way that I have to do things. Not to mention my watch also has a compass, so there's that. So let's look at Zone 2. Now keep in mind, Zone 2 is based off of what I have with my travel stuff, right? So my travel stuff includes my backpack. My backpack actually has a stainless steel water bottle, and it does have water in it. It has a book. Now this book is Wilderness Emergency Care, and we'll talk more about that at a later demo or later video, if you will. But I have that. I have some other various cords. I have some various food items. You can see a cookie in there from the airport. That's good. But let's get into the real stuff, right? The real EDC stuff. So I have beef jerky that I carry with me. Very important. I have a shemagh. I have extra underwear, and I have extra socks in there. And I keep those in a Ziploc bag so that they stay dry. So it's very important. Additionally, if I go to this pocket, I have a mini survival kit with a multi-tool that has no blade on it. Okay, we've talked about the no blade in my travel video, but it has no blade on this specifically. Additionally, I have my glasses that are in here. I have cords. I have another water bottle, a plastic refillable, crunchable water bottle in here. Fold up, if you will, my glasses. And then, of course, I always have my handy dandy Griffin pocket tool with my logo on it. Okay. Also, in this pouch is a battery backup. So that becomes very crucial when we look at zone 1. If I am walking, that becomes zone 1 if I have it on my back, right? So as we continue with zone 2, I do see zone 2. I have a blanket on the top shelf as well as another pillow. That becomes very needy. And we'll come back to this area. But what I have done is I have assessed everything else in the room, right? So I have a remote control here which has batteries in it. Might be crucial for either starting fire and or maybe I have a flashlight and I need extra batteries. Guess what? I have a flashlight in that bag too, and I forgot to show that. I did do an assessment of the drawers, and they're all empty. So there is that. On this side, I got a clock. Maybe I can salvage the parts out of it. Don't know. Phone. Maybe I want to do something with that. Don't know. And no drawers. But here's where it starts getting better, if you will. So we look at some of the other areas and things that I have, and I do have my beard balm and beard oils here. This is made up of beeswax. So we're now looking at a candle and oil to have a fire, right? Highly flammable. But if I didn't have those went away. Then we start looking at what other items that might be here in this room that I can utilize for starting a fire. The shampoo and conditioner, not going to help us in that case because there's nothing flammable in there. But I start looking at the fact that I have dental floss, Q-tips. Are you hearing fire here, guys? As well as if I go down deep in the pocket, I have a pair of scissors. So there is that. So that's another thing. Plus I keep a plastic bag. According to TSA regulations, we have a quart-sized bag for all my liquid items. Toilet paper, soaps. Hey, you're going to need to stay clean if it's a long day process. More toilet paper, more tissue paper, toilet paper. But let's look at the other side, right? Here's my suitcase. What do I have in there? I have a rain jacket. I have a first aid kit. Inside here, I also have a tarp, Black Trail tarp. I have some paracord. I have another flashlight. I have a compass. I have a sharpener, a nice handy dandy John Wayne can opener, a carabiner. What did I miss? Fire starters on here. I think that was it. I think that was all that's on there. So I have that plus additional clothes. That becomes very valuable as well. And I know that on the outside pocket up here, I also have a couple of snacks that I've kind of stashed in there because I keep them in there to refill what's in my backpack. Now, as I go through the rest of the room, or through the rest of the rooms, if you will, and that was one bedroom, you can see, yeah, I'm living it up, fancy dancy. There's another room for you. But we start looking at the rest of the room itself, or the rest of the hotel room, and we start dealing with things like cloths, right? We start looking at what else is here. I've got little packets of different things, teas, Coffee Mate, sugar, crap sweetener stuff. So there's that. And then down below the sink, you've got some other liquids and chemicals down there that can be used for, again, fire starting and paper towels, things of that nature. But what I want to bring your attention to is not the salt and pepper packets that I would definitely put in my pocket, but it's the sharp items drawer. In this specific hotel room, guess what? They furnished me with a big freaking knife. Now, was this going to stand up to some heavy duty outdoor stuff? No. Okay, it's not. However, okay, you can utilize it. It would do in a pinch, of course, and it beats nothing. But they do have these steak knives that are a little thicker, and I would actually pull all four of them and use those. The one thing I don't like about it is the serrations on the end, whereas the smooth parts on the inside, and I would definitely run that across the knife sharpener I had. Now, I did check one other place underneath. Oh, two other places, sorry. One other place is underneath. Guess what? You've got a nice pot. Again, I've got a stainless steel bottle, so I might not need that. Right there on the top, those are containers with lids. That could be very valuable. And again, could be. In your situation, it might not be one of those things where you want to deal with it. It might not be something that you're wanting to deal with at all. But I start looking at this, and this was the part that got me, is I went over here to pull these drawers out. Yeah, they're faux drawers. I pulled this off, and it behind it is the cords for the TV. So again, another remote control, and in that bedroom, there's another remote control as well. So that's what it boils down to, guys, is being able to utilize what's in your environment to determine what is your safety going to be. How am I going to survive? What am I going to do to get to the next thing? Is the next thing me actually hightailing it out of here? Is it using a tarp to make shelter because I'm hiking? Or is it, no, hey, I'm staying right here. I have shelter. I have warmth. I have blankets on the bed. I have pillows. I have all the stuff. Or is it, oh crap, the whole place is on fire, now what? Okay. One other thing, crap, it was one of the cool things too. One other thing that I forgot to, you know what, we're going to go anyway. How about that? Nothing like changing last minute. So one other thing that I found in looking and assessing is this right here. So it's a hair dryer. Great. Can I bastardize it? Maybe. But it's not the hair dryer that I'm really interested in. It's the case, right? Because it actually has loops on both sides. So it's got two strings with loops. Throw that over my shoulders, and we got instant backpack to utilize or store gear in. Okay, very cool. Now, I have gone hiking a couple of times, and what I have done is taken all my laptop and computerized stuff out of this and used that as my hiking backpack. It's happened. I did that in Utah. I did it in New Mexico. I did it in Colorado. So I have done that before. That in itself, folks, is what I want to refer to as we talk about Zone 1, Zone 2, Area 1, Area 2, being able to assess what's on us, being able to assess what's around us. And there's a lot of things around here that you may have looked at and went, oh, you know, I didn't think about that. The hair dryer thing for me was like, wow, okay, cool. But that's me, right? That's just the way I think about it. Not necessarily something that you're going to use. You may not think about using all the chemicals that I found under the sink. You may not think about the sugar packets or the salt and pepper packets, but that's me, right? That's what I think. Now, do I go in and evaluate and say, do I really need these? Maybe. Do I actually take and say, okay, well, that's great. I got a blanket and a backpack, but how am I going to strap the blanket onto the backpack? I have to start coming up with some other ideas. Stripping down the sheets, cutting them in, as an example. Different things. Before you cut, before you tear, it's kind of like the measure twice, cut once. It's evaluate what the importance is before you do something to it. So if you're going to bastardize something, cut it down or what have you, evaluate it first. Hey guys, this has been great. This has been a real eye-opener for me. I've done several things like this before just in myself, but hadn't had to share it or didn't want to share it. This was a great time to do so. So until then, use your instincts to survive. And guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and comment. Talk to you soon.